They locked me in a room. A rubber room. A rubber room with rats. And rats make me crazy. Oh! Hey. Didn't see you there. Let's go back to Dave, I guess. Republic of Dave Capitol Building. Lead the way, Clover. Oh, not Clover. I mean Rachel, with the weird spelling of Rachel.
I don't think you should mess with that.
I wasn't gonna mess with it, I was just looking at what it was. Little lady. God. Oh, Dave, you're awake. What time is it? Hey, a new Coca-Cola.
President Daddy, there's a Wastelander who wishes to see you, sir.
Hi there.
I keep telling you, it's Mr. President. Now get back to guarding the gate.
You have a child to guard the gate?
I am Dave, President of the Republic of Dave. You will address me as Mr. President, or I will have you executed. Now, are you applying for citizenship, asylum, or just
Most exalted President Dave, I am ambassador.
You are? Excellent. It's good to see that the Wasteland has finally recognized the sovereign Republic of Dave. If the people of the Wasteland are generous and respectful, I might deign to annex them.
Very nice. I'm gonna go tour the Republic.
Have you heard about Dave, mister?
Yes, I just talked to him. He's kind of an asshole. Thankfully she didn't hear that, because that's her dad, I guess. Oh, it's in the Museum of Dave. Good. Love museums. Mine. 10% more accurate with all ballistic and energy weapons. Oh, that's nice. At least. Hold on here. Okay, sorry about that. So, where am I? Oh yeah, Rivet City. Rivet City, we're also leaving for the main quest. So... Up there. Sorcery transmissions. Okay. Okay, we are gonna go ahead and just start with. We're just gonna head towards Oasis, I think is the next goal. Just gonna pop over to Oasis. What's the worst that could happen? Okay. You know what? I'll just skip for you guys. So I found this cliffside shack things with. Oh, and I did turn on God mode while I was doing this. And I don't know who the fuck this guy is. A grenade machine gun? What the fuck? I'm glad I had God mode on. That's stupid. So I turned it on while I was running, just because I felt like it was probably a good idea to just. Oops, my dead tire.
Here, I managed.
You probably need it more. Because I saw something that said ranch hand, and it's some kind of unique thing, and a grenade machine gun, which I assume this has to be some kind of modded content, because I don't think there's. And there's usually anything called. Or at least that specifically is. I mean, Board of Education. Okay. What does the Board of Education do? Other than fuck over schools. Heyo. Faster attack, huh? Hey Clover, you want this?
You're always welcome to take whatever you want, lover.
There you go. So this doesn't actually seem to be all that. I mean, there's the Board of Education, which is interesting, but other than that, it seems pretty basic. I mean, other than I guess also other than the whole machine grenade launcher machine gun thing.
Game's on! Get me back!
Untie ya.
Here, I meant...
Keep it. Dart. Stim pack. Okay. Unlock. Okay. Well, that was interesting, I guess. However, now we're close to Oasis, so I'll just keep on going. Keep on going, don't slow down. If you're scared, don't show. I always forget how you actually get into this place. So... down here. Oh, where you going? You might get out. Oh, bunch of doggies. I assume that means that's not the way to go. Maybe this is the way to go. It seems kind of close to the way to go. I mean, other than the radiation, which I feel like probably isn't the way to go. Maybe it is. How do I get into this fucking place? Come on, bitch. Come on, Barbie, let's get moving. Come on, Barbie, let's go party. Surely if we just keep circling around here, we'll find our way into this place, right? There's like, just by virtue of it being like a circle. Right? Like, this is it. 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 This has to be it. There's no way this isn't it. Mushroom. There's no way. Yeah, this is it. Mushroom. Okay. So now, remove that. Where is Amanda? Quiet. Amanda. Okay, I'm safe here. We're just gonna go pick up Amanda quick. I feel like she got fucked up by Mothership Zeta. I genuinely, I think that's fucked with her. Amanda? 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 Where did you go, mein sister? There you are.
Everything okay?
Can you, like, let's go? Okay. Let's pop back up to Oasis. And...
Outsider, you have arrived. Please come closer. I have something of the utmost urgency to speak to you about. Do hurry! He doesn't like to be kept waiting. I'm
Okay.
so glad you're here. It's been a while since anyone's visited us, and he's been waiting for someone like yourself to arrive. If you wouldn't mind following me, I'll bring you right to him.
Just a minute. Who are you and what is this, please?
I'm sorry. In my excitement, I got ahead of myself.
Tree Father Birch.
I'm Tree Father Birch, and I have the great fortune of being leader of his people, the Tree Minders. Beyond that gate is our
Right.
home, Oasis.
Tree Minders?
Yes, we're the Tree Minders. We're his people. If you'll just follow me inside, to the pavilion, all will be explained.
Okay.
Excellent. Please follow me. All will be explained soon.
Okay.
Welcome to Oasis, outsider. We hope you'll find peace among us.
Do 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 do. Ding, 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 ding. And of course Amanda's gone again, because why the fuck wouldn't she be gone again? Okay. Are you him?
You have no idea how overjoyed I am to see you. Normally, outsiders are forbidden inside Oasis, but he has made an exception.
Amazing. This place seems so abundant with animal life.
The innocent creatures are drawn here by his gifts. They come from across the wasteland to live in this sanctuary. This part of the world is healing, my friend, and it's all thanks to him.
So you worship the person who made this place as a god?
He's no mere god, my friend. He is the one who grows. He is the one who gives. And he is the one who guides. Thanks to him, the Tree Minders have a home.
I may be willing to help, but I need some straight answers about who.
I would have preferred that he made the introduction, but I understand your hesitation. The Great One is a god tree. A living, breathing, speaking god tree. The Tree Minders are blessed to have this being watch over us.
What are... And so you call yourself the Tree Minders?
We care for this place and keep it safe from those who would seek to exploit it. He gives to us, so we give back to him. It's an arrangement that's worked well for almost 2 decades. We shun technology and embrace nature. That's the life of a Tree Minder.
The guns you guys have seem pretty technological to you.
Sadly, the wasteland is a hostile place, and sometimes we're forced to defend ourselves against it. If that means fighting with manufactured weapons, then so be it. Had he not asked to see you, you never would have gotten this close to the gates.
Which brings us to why I'm here, I suppose.
Yes, indeed it does. Sorry, I don't speak to outsiders very often, and I tend to get lost in conversation.
It's all good,
As
man.
you approached Oasis, he said you were coming, and I was sent out to meet you personally with a request. He wishes to meet with you. You'd be the first outsider to do so in a very long time.
I would be honored to meet them, I guess.
Yes, person. To meet him, you must undergo the ceremony of purification. Once that's complete, you'll be able to speak to him. Whenever you're ready, we may begin.
What does the ceremony involve?
It's simple,
Exactly.
really. You drink the sap from the basin here in the pavilion. The sap will purify your mind and body of anything harmful that could possibly hurt him. I assure you, nothing harmful will happen to you.
Okay, let's begin, I guess.
Very good. Take your place in front of the basin, and let's begin.
Okay. Okay.
Drink of the sap from the basin. Only then will he reveal himself.
Okay. Yum, 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 yum.
We will now recite the blessing to ward off any harm the outsider may be carrying before he proceeds to the grove.
I bid you depart, agents of destruction, through the power of his divine will.
Leave our homes and bodies immediately. Live no longer in them, but pass over into places where you can harm no one.
In the name of his frondescence, I call his wrath upon you, so that wherever you may go, you bear it with you.
And, diminishing from day to day, you may disappear, except where you serve the health and good purposes of mankind. May no trace of you be found.
All this, may he be so good as to grant us, who is to come to judge the living and the dead, and the world by his verdure.
Amen. Soon, you will pass peacefully into sleep, outsider. And when you awake, you will witness his glory firsthand.
I'm bored.
Good job. Okay. Hello?
Glad to see you're finally awake. I can't believe they made you do that stupid ceremony. They listen when I talk, but they don't hear. You know what I mean?
Okay, what's the trick? I know there's a guy with a microphone somewhere.
Where? You mean in here? Nah, it's just me and Herbert. He's the tree. We're old pals. The best of buddies. And we know each other. Inside and out. Literally. Well, his name's really Bob. I think it's funny to call him Herbert, but I don't think he thinks it's that funny.
So you're trapped inside the Bob or Herbert or whatever the tree's name is?
Well, I suppose you could look at it that way. See, Bob used to ride around on top of my head, sunk his roots right in there, you know. Well, eventually, he got bigger than me, and then I pretty much ended up inside.
The only thing that could make this remotely possible is some sort of non-standard FEV exposure.
Whoa. Check out the brain on this guy. It was a long time ago. I tend to lose track. I was exploring some sort of a military base with some other people. I think it was called Mariposa. We were pretty deep inside and we found some weird vats of this nasty green goo. Right when we were about to leave, I think we were attacked. Last thing I remember before blacking out was something knocking my friend into the stuff.
So the tree okay. I'm here to help.
You have no idea how glad I am to hear that. Or we're glad to hear that. Me and Bob. I had you brought in here to ask a very simple favor. Would you please kill me?
You want me to murder you?
Oh, no. It wouldn't be murder. You'd be doing me a favor. You see, I've been stuck here for over 2 decades now, rooted right into the ground. The only friends I've got are Bob and those weirdos out there who think I'm a god.
How do I kill a tree without pesticides?
How to put this? I've been feeling rather spread out lately. I think Bob's kinda shoved my insides around some. It's hard to tell where everything is, but it's always that way with one's insides, isn't it? Anyway, I believe Bob's carried some of my organs into his root system. I want you to go underground and destroy my heart.
If I kill you, every tree minder will come after me.
Oh, no, don't worry about them. When you decide to go down there, I'll have a little chat with Birch and the rest of the gang. They usually don't understand a word I say, but I'll make 'em come around.
Why can't you kill yourself?
Now, how exactly am I supposed to do that? I can barely move anymore.
I guess
Thanks
that's
to
fair.
Bob, I'm obviously not going to be doing anything for a very long time.
I feel like we're building a connection, though, and it makes me far less inclined to kill you.
Of all the Wastelanders I had to bump into, it has to be one with a conscience. Let's keep it an open invitation then. I don't want to wait until the next person visits. It could be years. Just think about it, okay?
Goodbye for now then, Herbert, or Bob.
No. Herbert is the tree. Bob is his real name, but I call him Herbert because I think it's pretty funny. But I'm still in here too. What's left of me? The name's Harold.
Harold.
Look,
Why do you want to die?
I've been literally rooted to this spot, thanks to Bob for maybe 20 or 30 years. I can't even remember anymore. Can you imagine being stuck in one place for that long? Not being able to eat or to read or to sleep or anything. In the meantime, I have these tree minders bothering me every day about things I don't even care about. I can't stand it anymore.
Life is a gift, even if it lasts a long time. Be glad you have it.
I've tried to stay happy. Really, I have. Bloomseer Poplar thinks I'll live for hundreds of years. Maybe even more. Can you imagine that? Stuck here for centuries? I can't do it. I just want to be alone. Just me and Bob until the end. When I saw you coming towards Oasis, I
Like, I
thought
understand,
felt
man, but
that
also,
you'd
like-
understand me. I guess I was wrong.
How did you see me coming?
Maybe I'm just losing my mind from all this boredom, but I swear if I try, I can see all around me. Like my eyes are in every leaf, on every tree. I think it's making Bob kinda jealous, 'cause he was the first tree in my life, and all that.
How is it you're causing all these things to grow around you?
It's kinda embarrassing, really. Once a year, Bob decides he's gonna go ahead and start growing these weird pods filled with tiny seeds. Well, all it takes is a good wind and the seeds just fly everywhere. I call them Herbert's seeds. He hates that.
Can't I just burn you down?
Oh, no. Fire would be too painful for me and poor old Bob. You keep that stuff away from us. The heart would be just fine, and I won't feel a thing.
I have some questions.
Yeah, leave it to good old Bob to get me stuck above some caves. Now, my dang feet are cold.
How do I get in there?
I think the best way for you to get down there would be to get the key from the one those loonies call Cypress. There's supposed to be some old gate or something back in the other grove.
Is there anything I should look out for?
Sometimes I feel stuff tickling me, but I think that's just Bob getting back at me for all the times I called him Herbert.
Okay.
Don't worry, Herbert. He'll be back. Oh,
Okay, Harold. Kind of creeping me out, but okay. Eh. Excuse me.
You're a guest among us, and quite welcome, outsider.
And I'm telling you, you've got it all wrong. Why else would he have called for an outsider's assistance?
The outsider is here to deliver us from our enemies, to keep this place safely locked away from the wasteland, not to exploit us.
How can we preach about peace when all you want to do is keep his gift all to ourselves? That's not what he would want.
If we allow the spread of this miracle to continue, we're putting him in jeopardy. I can't allow that. I won't allow it.
Once again, my husband, we are at an impasse. I suggest we speak to the outsider.
Agreed. Why else would the outsider have been allowed into the grove? Perhaps it's a test. Yes, that must be it. I know why you're here, and despite what my wife thinks, I know you'll do what's best for Oasis. After all, he chose you, and he would never want to put us in harm's way.
Turns out he's not a god, he's like a guy who went through a bunch of mutations.
Oh, he's testing you now, just like he tested us. He wants to see if your faith is strong by spinning these incredible stories. Who else but a god could produce all of this? Don't worry, you'll soon see things as I do.
You know your god wants me to kill him?
Yes, I've been pondering that riddle myself for some time now, and I think I know what he's trying to tell us. The Great One's influence is growing, and soon it will break free of the confines of this secluded vale. We can't allow Oasis to call attention to itself like that. It would be the end of him.
Well, killing him would stop the influence from spreading.
You misinterpret his words, my friend. He wants you to extinguish that which seeks to make him vulnerable. If the same sap that you drank to purify yourself could be applied to his heart, it should stop the spread. I can promise you no harm would come to him. That's all I ask of you, outsider. Nothing more, nothing less.
I love Birch, but sometimes I think he doesn't see the big picture. The spreading of his influence is not a curse. It's a great miracle, a benefit meant for the entire wasteland.
Why don't any of you listen to Harold?
Of course we do. He yearns to share his miracles with the whole world, to give the gift of life back to the dead wasteland. It's upsetting him to no end, but Birch can't see the pain it's causing. But now that you're here, I have a feeling the winds are about to change.
How can I possibly help?
I heard what my husband wanted you to do. What I propose is an alternative. The same person that created the sap also created this liniment. If you can reach his heart, it will assist him in making his influence increase. Instead of centuries, the wasteland will become green in mere decades. Just imagine how glorious that would be.
Huh. I think I'm gonna try all three to see what happens. Hey,
So
what do you
you're the outsider, huh? You seem nice to me.
want? Thanks. What do you have to do to become a tree miner?
Just get born, I guess. You're funny.
Okay, that wasn't very helpful. What's your opinion of Birch and Yanni?
They're the best parents ever.
How'd you end up here?
I was...
Oh, tell me about Harold.
Oh, you mean Harold? He's really nice. Sometimes when I get really lonely, I go into the grove and talk to him. Sometimes I even curl up all cozy-like and sleep next to his root after I have a bad dream.
Oh.
I tell him what I'm scared of, and he tells me what he's scared of. It makes me feel better knowing I'm not the only one.
Maybe if you tell me what Harold's scared of, I won't be scared either.
Aw, I never knew an outsider could be scared of anything. Harold told me that he's scared of fire. If fire ever got on him, it would burn him and Bob until they were all gone. That's why we keep the fires far away from him.
Oh. Okay. Got any information on the caves?
My parents told me never to go...
Oh.
Maybe...
Okay.
Branch Tender Cypress at your service. Welcome to our little home.
This outfit is like so slutty. What did you do to become a tree miner?
Actually, you already did some of it. I had to do the ceremony and meet with the Great One. Then Tree Father Birch taught me everything. That's why I'm so worried. I just think letting this place spread into the wasteland would be an unwise decision.
What if all the tree miners don't agree with you?
That would worry me. I was out there once, like you. I wandered the wasteland for many years. All I saw was poverty, famine, sickness, hate, and death everywhere I turned. But this place isn't anything like that. We can't allow that kind of evil inside Oasis. We just can't.
What's your opinion of...
I wish they wouldn't
Birch and
argue
Yanni?
so much. It makes everyone uncomfortable.
How'd you end
I was an outsider like yourself when my eyes beheld the splendor of Oasis.
You have the key?
Sure.
Sweet. Can I sleep? No? Can I wait on the stump? I would rather be kind of daytime. Okay. Okay. Linden.
It's very nice to meet you.
What do you have to do to become a tree man?
I sort of fell into it, I guess. I woke up here and I just...
Oh. What's your opinion on them?
I've only known them for a very short time, but when I first arrived, there aren't many...
How'd you end up here?
I was found dying in the wastes not far from here by a trader caravan. She nursed...
What happened?
I was a Brotherhood of Steel outcast. We had a deep patrol out here looking for some tech, and they got jumped by some death claws.
Oh.
They shredded everyone else and left me bleeding to death. If it wasn't for Oasis and Bloomseer Poplar, I'd be dead right now. Honestly, I've never seen anything like this place. It's beautiful. It's a shame only a few people will ever get to see it.
Tell me about the god.
Well, I'm not so sure the Great One is a god. I mean, I don't believe in that sort of thing. However, I am beginning to realize he's special. Something greater than any of the creatures in the Wasteland.
Any information on the caves?
Oasis is located near what used to be an old mining town before the bombs fell. But when the attack started about 200 years ago, many people took shelter in the natural caves that dotted the area. The old gate that stands at the mouth of Oasis Cave is the last piece of architecture from those days.
I see.
May the great...
Hello. Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Bloomseer Poplar, soothsayer and healer of Oasis. It brings me great honor to welcome you.
What did you have to do to become a tree man?
I was the third one to arrive here in Oasis. Tree Father Birch was a bit wary at first, but Leaf Mother Laurel convinced him to let me stay. If she hadn't been around, I doubt Birch would have ever let me stay here. After a while, they taught me their ways, and together we developed the ceremony of purification that you undertook.
I see. What do you think of Birch and Yanny?
Lately, things have gotten a bit worse between them. It sometimes takes months for them to agree on things. I know they love each other greatly, but I'm afraid the strain of leadership is tearing them apart.
Tearing me apart, Lisa.
My father was a healer like myself. He had the most curious books I would read about trees and plants and their medicinal properties. Many years later, I heard a rumor about a place such as this. I spent a decade in search of it. I've been in this wonderful place for over 15 years. He's not my god. He's everyone's god. You, me, everyone. This place isn't meant just for the tree minders. It's for all mankind.
I agree.
Oh, if you'd think he'd realize that this place won't remain a secret
I don't know
forever.
if I-
The caravans know about it, and you found it. How long before someone comes to take this place by force? No, I say allow this place to grow, and that issue becomes moot.
Any information about the caves?
Wary of the water in the caves.
Okay. What's causing it to
In
grow?
what we call the harvest month, the Great One creates seeds among his branches within seed pods. At the end of this time, the pods open and the seeds are carried quite easily upon the wind. It's quite beautiful. Wherever the seeds take purchase, they grow into trees, plants, grass, or all manner of wonderful things.
I see. Oops.
This place is wonderful, isn't it?
You have questions for me?
Let me ask you about the tree minders. How did the tree
I'm
minders begin?
afraid I can take none of the credit for my husband's creation. I arrived perhaps a year after him, well after he established the tree minders.
How do they normally handle it? They're outside.
Without his blessing, we would not allow an outsider inside this veil.
Could I become a tree minder?
Although we would welcome you with open arms, you are obviously... What remains...
Okay. Questions about the
Sir?
task. Why don't you just travel to his heart on your own?
The Great One has not yet allowed us entry below ground. We were uncertain as to why until you arrived.
Where'd the liniment come
The
from?
liniment was made by Bloomseer Poplar. Her knowledge of his gifts and how they can be used to help us is nothing short of astounding.
Where's the entrance?
The en-
And get information
if
on
the
the
Great
caves would
One
be nice.
knows you to be worthy of his grace, he...
Okay, that was pretty fucking useless. Where's Birch? Are you?
You're a guest of mine.
There you are.
Yes, outsider, what is...
Ask you about the tree markers? How did they begin?
When I first beheld the glory of the Great One, I knew there'd be others who would seek to do him harm. I also knew he would be calling others that he felt were pure of heart to protect him. Right then and there, I created the Tree Minders, the Great One's last line of defense.
How do the tree minders normally handle?
If the outsider doesn't have his blessing, we simply deny him entry to our home. If they persist on trying to gain entry, or display any hostile act that could potentially harm the Great One, we take action. If the outsider were a raider or some other nefarious type, we ensure they don't report our location back to their comrades.
Can I become a tree minder?
Becoming a disciple of the Great One
I don't really
takes
wanna be a
many
tree minder, I
years
just
of
wanna know if I can.
dedication and the will to cast aside your reliance on technological conveniences. However, I feel you've been sent here for a higher purpose and could be more instrumental in our future than a mere tree minder.
What are all the different titles mean?
The first part of our name represents our role in the tree minders. The youngest are the saplings, still learning what it means to live in Oasis. The branch tenders are our guardians and keep our home safe. Our healers and soothsayers are known as bloom seers. Finally, the tree father and the leaf mother are the creators and the upholders of the Great One's laws.
Was your name Birch before you met Harold, or did you change your name to Birch because the... This place has living plants. Does that mean the water is safe
I'm
to drink?
afraid the water still bears the mark of man's greed. It's his reminder of what we once were. Perhaps one day he will see fit to lift this punishment, but I fear we have yet to commit.
Any information about the caves?
Just like a cancer would infest our bodies, the caves below us are infested with vermin. You'd do well to be cautious down there. We've lost a few tree minders in the past.
Okay, what about... Why don't you just travel to his heart on your own?
I would if I was able, but he will not allow us entry. His roots bar the door, and we have yet to earn the right to pass.
Are you aware that Yanni gave me this limit?
Of course I am. I know everything that goes on in Oasis. Laurel is free to pursue whatever path she chooses. A long time ago, it was agreed that the Tree Father and the Leaf Mother hold equal say. I don't seek to change those customs. I just hope...
Where'd this sap come from?
Bloomseer Poplar has a unique understanding of the innate power that lay dormant in the plants you see around you. She created the sap with the knowledge she brought to us from the Wasteland.
Where's the entrance to the caves?
You'll...
Okay.
Among us, and quite welcome, outsider.
So... Interesting. Is this... This seems like it's... Their big beds. Quote-unquote big beds. Interesting. This is the door to... So this is where Harold should be. Huh.
Look, her.
I don't
Okay. I was once a man. Along.
Yeah.
It kept getting bigger. Sometimes.
Tree mine. Did you ever ask one of them to kill you?
They won't listen to me at all. If I tell them something simple, then it gets done. Otherwise, Birch spends a week looking for a hidden meaning. Plus, he just pops in whenever he wants and starts chanting this nonsense. Sometimes I just sit there silently just to make him mad. That was fun for a while, but even that's getting boring now.
How do they normally handle with other outsiders?
Oh, you wouldn't believe how they handle them. They make them drink this gunk that Poplar makes. Sometimes they just go nuts and start running around. And sometimes when they wake up and see me, they run for the hills. I'll tell you. Outsiders are almost as entertaining as the tree minders.
Which tree minder do you get along with the best?
Actually, the kid is the nicest one of all. Use her name. She sneaks in here sometimes and just lets me talk about stuff I wanna talk about. Bob really likes her too, 'cause she makes me happy.
So to be honest, I'm gonna just see what happens if I do all three options. I'm leaning towards either killing him or having his influence spread or whatever. Those are what I'm kind of leaning towards. I'm not 100% sure which one, though, is the thing. So I don't know.
I've got one!
Oh, didn't even see that there. Alright.
I'm gonna fuck your shit up, kid!
That's the end of that.
Seems so.
I'm bored.
Good for you.
I'm gonna fuck your shit up, kid!
Dipshit. Can't hit me when you're in the water, dipshit. Okay, so we're gonna have to swim. My heart is lost from my love. Can you help me find a way to carry on? Swing, swing. Angles of my heart is lost from my love.
Just getting jumpy, I guess.
Can you help me find a way to carry on? I mean, rip you, I guess. You looked like you had a good time until you went out. So that's good, I guess, for you. Good for you.
Help me!
Good for
Look
you.
out!
So you got what you always wanted. So it's not what you had to do. Good for you. Good for you.
Help me! Look out! Help me!
I guess I'll pick it up and I'll let you go. That good for you. Will that be good for you?
Oh, hell yeah!
That takes care of that.
So you got what you always wanted. You got what you had to do. Good for you. Okay, so we're gonna start with the thing I'm not gonna actually be doing, which is Birch Sap. Now for yourself. And speak to Tree Father Bush. Good for you. So you got what you always wanted. So you got what you had to do. Good for you. Good for you. Guess I'll let shit out and I'll let you be good for
I've got
you.
one!
Was happy
Where?
before you. Good for you. Good for you. Rest in peace, you. So you got what you always wanted. You got what you had to do. Good for you. Good for you. Where are we? Cave in. Oh. Okay. So we're starting with this one since I'm not actually going to stick this with this. Alright.
You've done a great deed this day, my friend. You've ensured the safety of the Great One and the inhabitants of Oasis.
Uh-huh. Always nothing else out here needs to be protected.
In your short visit here, I can see you've learned much. That's a rare gift in these turbulent times. I believe there are a few tree minders who wish good luck in all your journeys, my...
Uh-huh.
So, it looks...
Kind of important part of the life without you they've lost.
So, they really need me that badly, huh? Yeah, I guess I never thought of it that way. Awfully selfish of me. Should we... Fine. Well... Okay. Wave bye-bye, boss.
Okay. Interesting. I think I'm just gonna go with... I think I'm just gonna go with spreading him out. I don't need to kill him, necessarily. Okay. I hope that goes good. Got what you always wanted, and I got what you had to do. Good for you. Come on. Good for you. 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 What good for you? What?
You've done a great deed this day, my friend.
You're welcome.
The gifts the Great One has bestowed upon us will now take mere decades to breach the confines of Oasis instead of centuries.
Voices need to be shared with the world.
In your short visit here, I can see you've learned much. That's a rare gift in these turbulent times. I believe there are a few tree minders who wish to speak to you before you depart. I think you'll find their appreciation quite rewarding. Good luck in all your journeys, my friend. I hope your time here has opened your heart as well as it opened your eyes.
Thanks.
Goodness, it's wonderful.
Does someone have gifts for me?
Yes, I believe branch tender linden, bloom sear poplar, and my little yew mentioned they. Such is our.
What do you do now?
Rejoice in the knowledge that one day all there's.
Okay. Hi there.
So,
An important part of their life, yeah.
shit. Well, they wouldn't listen to me at all. Plus, sometime, hopefully this will all change. Now,
Oh. Here we go. Let's go talk to everybody then, I guess. Oasis. Oasis. Oh. Oasis. Oasis.
We welcome you always with outstretched
First things
arms.
first, let's talk to
What
Birch.
is it, outsider?
Oh, you do now.
Although his influence will spread through the wasteland, for now, we'll remain ever
So you're not
vigilant
mad at me or anything?
and watch the wasteland for anything.
Hey, my second best friend in the whole wide world.
Here, you have a gift for me?
Yeah, I think you're pretty swell for someone from out there. And you were really nice to me, too. I was gonna give this to my bestest friend, Harold, but he doesn't have pockets, the silly head. This is a charm that my parents gave me for my 5th birthday. It's really neat. Take
It's like a
it.
bazooka. Oh, it's just a birch. What will you do now?
I don't know. Maybe go play with
Oh,
Harold?
that's cool.
I want to hear
don't
another
need it,
one of
but
his
cool.
super swell stories.
Okay.
I'm very happy to see.
What do you see in my
I
future?
hear the cry of a woman obsessed and the man who desires her.
Huh?
Please,
You have a gift?
I somehow knew you'd be the one to make the changes that Leaf Mother Laurel desired. I helped to create the hoods that you see all tree minders wear. It's said that the cloth has a part of the Great One's spirit woven into the fibers. I
Right.
present this to you as thanks. Wear this with pride and bring the message of renewal to all the corners of the wasteland.
What will you do now?
Look to the future and seek the true meaning of what transpired here. If there's an answer out there somewhere, I'll find it.
Okay.
We welcome you always with outstretched arms. What do you want?
What do you do now?
I'll do what I...
Okay.
It's nice to have.
Have a gift?
I've never known someone to show as much caring as you did towards us. It seems to be rare to run into anyone like that anymore. That's partly why I never returned to my former life after I found myself in this place. Allow me to present a piece of...
Oh. What will you do now?
I'll remain here and help in any way that I can. I owe them my life, and I...
Okay. So this is... This gives 43 and 20. This gives 30. You know what? Jericho?
Sure, give me whatever you got.
I'm gonna take... You seem to have used up alright. Sweetums, I guess.
Ah, outsider. Back again, I see.
Well, that was an interesting little story. By interesting little story, I mean that was pretty cool. That was pretty good. Did I not
Yes,
talk to you at
outsider.
all?
Whatever the tree
Huh.
may you
Okay, well. Hasta luego, amigos.